Good afternoon. It is Faded Black breaking news for this Monday, December 18th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. And yes, I'm just going to say it. Today is the 10th anniversary of Fade to Black. 10 years on the air. I want to take the time. I'll say it again tonight on the show. I want to thank all of you for hanging out with us for this past 10 years. It's been an honor and a privilege to be the host of this show and to have all of you take time out of your busy day and busy schedules to hang out with us. So thank you. 10 years down and 10 more to go. And now, since this is Fade to Black Breaking News and it is produced by Renee Newman, this morning, my phone is ringing and I see that it is Renee and I pick it up. What's up, Renee? And she goes, happy anniversary. She starts singing. I was like, oh, that's right. And I mean, I knew it was coming up, but that's the team that I have. Somebody like Renee paying attention and keeping me in check. So thank you, Renee, for all that you do. Thank you for being a part of the team here for so long. And again, thank you to all of you for hanging out with us every single day. So here we go. 10 years down, 10 more to go. All right. And you can help support what we do around here by just getting yourself a Fade to Black t-shirt, 2 shirts, 2 ways to get them. So we can do another 10 years. Click on the links below and get yourself a Game Changer membership, or you can just order a t-shirt. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. On this day in history, 1912, the discovery of fossil remains of the Piltdown man, an extinct human species, was announced at a meeting of the Geological Society of London, but it turned out that the remains were later proved to be a fraud. It was a hoax, but it did happen, the announcement, on this day in 1912. Fader fact, the discovery of 10,000-year-old sagebrush sandals at Oregon's Fort Rock Cave now suggests that the use of shoes dates back about 40,000 years. And that is your Fader fact. All right, let's get to the breaking news. Huge announcement happened today. That's right, pay attention. South Korea's SEMP Research Institute has developed new cutting-edge technology, an AI smart electromagnetic generator, otherwise known as ASIG, A-I-S-E-G, ASIG, in collaboration with Global Solutions for Project Management. According to the company, ASIG is a non-rotational power generation system operating on fundamental electromagnetic principles and laws such as Biot-Savart's and Faraday's laws. The technology will revolutionize energy generation by providing constant output without the need for fuel. It is a scalable and can be used in power plants, a house that's off-grid, electric vehicles with no need for recharging or refueling, can be used in ships, planes, and even mobile phones. It can be small, it can be big. The technology generates electricity with stable magnetic fields. These magnetic fields are formed through circular winding and AI logic signals. Scientists designed this to combat climate change by offering emissions-free power generation. The ASIG is a self-powered generator. It has a compact footprint and a near permanent lifespan. It is the next leap in the evolution of technology. This is a huge, huge announcement. In a plot reminiscent of the fairy tale Goldilocks, salmon are looking for waters that are just right. Because of planet overheating, the perfect water is in remote Arctic areas previously uncharted by the migrating fish, known for their prolific breeding, according to a new report that referred to the new development as an ominous sign. Researchers don't yet know of the salmon's shifting spawning area and how it will impact the ecosystem. The Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the rest of the planet, according to the journal Nature. Experts think that the presence of salmon farther north is just another sign of unprecedented warming. Researchers are placing sensors in the Arctic to measure water temperature. This will help them to gauge if the waters are in fact hospitable to expanded salmon presence. This is crazy news. The Vatican in the news. Yeah, I know it's Christmas, but the Vatican said today in a landmark ruling approved by Pope Francis that Roman Catholic priests can administer blessings to same-sex couples as long as they are not part of regular church rituals. A document from the Vatican's doctrinal office, which effectively reversed a declaration the same body had issued back in 2021, said such blessings would not legitimize irregular situations, but be a sign that God welcomes all. The Vatican added that it should in no way be confused with the sacrament of heterosexual marriage. It said priests should decide on a case-by-case basis and should not prevent or prohibit the church's closeness to people in every situation in which they might seek God's help through a simple blessing. Right. Okay. Now, in other Vatican news, the Vatican court on Saturday sentenced a once powerful Italian cardinal to 5 years and 6 months in jail for financial crimes. Angelo Becciu, 75 years old, a former advisor to Pope Francis, who was once considered a Pope contender himself, is the most senior clergyman in the Catholic Church to face a Vatican criminal court. He and 9 other defendants, including financiers, lawyers, and ex-Vatican employees, were on trial over accusations of financial crimes focused on an opaque London property deal. Court President Giuseppe Pignatoni read out the verdict on Saturday, with Becciu accused of embezzlement, abuse of office, and witness tampering. There you go. X. That's right. Formerly Twitter is being investigated for allegedly breaking EU law on disinformation, illegal content, and transparency. The European Commission has just announced the decision to launch formal infringement proceedings against the company owned by Elon Musk comes weeks after X was asked to provide evidence of compliance with new laws designed to eliminate hate speech, racism, and fake news from platforms in the EU. Under the Digital Services Act, which came into force in August, a company can be fined 6% of its global income or be banned from operating across the EU if it is found to have breached the law. Back in June, Musk insisted he would comply with the law. We'll see what happens. And finally, I'll leave you with this. Check this out. Engineers have lifted a steel roof onto a building which will house the first of 2 nuclear reactors at Hinkley Point in the United Kingdom. Hundreds of people helped with the delicate operation to get the 245-ton steel dome into position. Engineers at EDF said the challenging job was completed in just over an hour. To lift it onto the 144-foot-high reactor building, they needed the world's largest land-based crane, called Big Carl. Big Carl is a Saren's SGC 250 crane and arrived in Somerset in 2019 from its Belgian manufacturer. The giant yellow crane traveled in pieces in, check this, 280 separate trucks before it was put back together at Hinkley Point. The gigantic crane has 12 separate engines and a maximum lifting capacity of 5,000 tons. Its height can reach 820 feet. So, I guess it took 5,000 years to do what the Egyptians already did with the Great Pyramid. Let that sink in for a minute or two. Seriously. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Monday, December 18th, 2023. Fade to Black News is presented and produced by Renee Newman. I want to remind everybody tonight on our 10th anniversary show, we have Chris Evans live from the United Kingdom. That's right. Chris Evans is with us. We are going to be talking about everything tonight and what he does to publish, produce, and edit Outer Limits magazine. We got some strange stories. I've got some crazy photographs from Chris. We're going to go through all of that tonight. It's UFOs and conspiracies tonight on our 10th anniversary here on Fade to Black. All right, I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Go Beckley Tappy.